what's good? Today I made 205. It was a little bit of a slow day. I almost didn't trade, but I saw a setup playing out not amazing, but I ended up putting a super tight stop loss because I didn't want to lose too much. I'm trying to figure out how to tell the difference between high quality setups and low quality setups and just completely avoid lower quality setups. Today was mid. I knew it was going to take a lot longer for my trade to play out. I originally was going to go to this 1 hour high. This is a 4 hour high right here. You know what? I'll just reset everything. So from last week, we had a huge move up because Powell was talking about interest rates and hinted that things were going to change. So we had this imbalance that we were already filling in pre-market. Hang on. Let me... Bro, it's going to reset every time. Okay. We had this imbalance that we were already filling in. We had this 4 hour high. I didn't think we were going to come down here, but I just marked that in case. That 4 hour high. Then on the hourly, this most recent high, and then this most recent low. Depending on which way we were going to, react off of this high or this low, this was kind of just like a range that we were accumulating in. We were accumulating in this imbalance, and I was expecting just to go long after we filled more orders, and then just continue the move because we're clearly bullish. So from that, I'm gonna just delete that. We were already in this 4 hour gap. ES, it didn't help me out, so I didn't even check. So with that being said, as soon as 5 minute opened, we had this gap. I would prefer to go long. If I was gonna short, I would short down to equilibrium, but it wasn't that cool, to be honest. I wouldn't like that. I probably wouldn't have even traded it, to be honest. But other than that, I would have just traded probably down to that low if we got closer and then formed my setup. But that going on, market was pretty slow today. I'm not sure. Yeah, no SMTs created. We did have this one, 1020 to 930. I didn't even notice it because we didn't even get any reaction, pretty much. We just accumulated for a long time. Then I marked out these levels. Depending on which way we broke, I was either going to short down to here, which, again, I wouldn't want to. If we hit this gap, depending on how we reacted, I was thinking of just shorting to equilibrium. We ended up completely flipping bullish. During this time, we weren't getting any retraces. Market was low-key, a little choppy. It was a no news Monday, but I could tell how bullish we wanted to be. We had this 15-minute high that I was going to target if I could. Oh shoot, what the what was even that? Okay. So I'm waiting, big move down. I didn't mark equilibrium because this fair value gap was just above that. We got a reaction. At this point, we're clearly bullish, moving out of this. Moving out of the fair value gap. I was expecting we would potentially take this and then go down and fill more of the gap. I think we needed more liquidity to move lower. So I ended up making this break even point and wanting to target this hourly high. I think this was too far, the 4 hour. Yeah. On a no news Monday. That's crazy. This is what the 1 minute looked like. It was alright, to be honest. Not my favorite. We did end up getting this itsy bitsy fair value gap. And boom. The reason I even entered this trade was because I did like this push. And we did close above and break structure. My stop loss was like barely under that. And I'm learning more like market structure and things like that. We have this low right here, and my stop is protected by this low technically. So I was thinking it was like more of a protected stop. Pretty sure I had it like just a few notches down. We got, bro, break even right there. So that's where I went long. The reason I didn't have a bigger stop under this other 5 minute fair value gap, like right there, was because already after seeing like the low volatility, I didn't really, it's not like I didn't want to trade. I just didn't think this was the highest quality setup. But just with this push, that was pretty much the reason I entered, or else I would have waited for a push above these highs. So from there, yeah, never mind. So basically, we were filling in this 4 hour gap. ES, pretty sure was not in the gap. ES was chopping around all day. And when I back test, okay, I guess we did push into that. But when I back test, I didn't even use ES. The only reason I use it in live trading is for SMTs to avoid. Yeah, so basically chopped around for a long time. Still held my trade. Didn't go break even until we fully swept my break even point. So there I go break even. I'm trying to think of like what else, like anything better. The 5 minute market structure was super choppy. All we were like pushing off of was pretty much equilibrium. We didn't even create any 15 minute SMTs either. Yeah, so market was like super hesitating around this point. I was thinking of even going like for a 1-to-1, but it was fine because we ended up continuing to respect bullish structure. Today was pretty simple. It was just more of like protecting my position. Pretty sure I ended up going out on this candle right here. I just so happened to be on my phone literally in this little accumulation zone, depending on which way we broke out of this little range, was determining if I was going to close the position or not, because we're already super late in the day and I didn't want to hold any longer. So we came down, filled in this imbalance, got a huge nice push. I ended up getting the $200, which made me more eligible for a payout, which is when I closed. But at the same time, just basically hesitating to go higher like this. I guess we did it right there, but it was right on my break-even point, so I was fine. But at this point, I was enough in profit to where I was fine with just closing my trade and being cool with the day. So when we pushed above that high, we actually ended up selling off, but I literally top ticked it. 1.6 R, pretty good. I don't know what else to say. Honestly, probably shouldn't have taken this trade at all. I'm going to try and work on trading less and having higher quality setups today. Even though I won, it wasn't okay. Setup was high quality, but volatility was not. And trying to think of what else. I'll check news for this month. All I did was check today, or I guess this week. Tomorrow should be nice. Wednesday's fine. Yeah, the rest of the week looks fine, honestly. Pretty simple day. Was a little stressful. I feel like price action hasn't been too great this month, but I'm now up 840 for the month, so not too shabby. But I don't know. I've just been back testing like a mofo. But there's really just not much else to say. I just learn more from losses than I do from wins. But anyways, that's it. Peace.